All right, we are now with our race-winning driver, and that's Alex Bowman, driver of the number 48 Ally Chevrolet. We'll go right to questions, and we'll start with Kyle.
Kyle Magda, Rally Maglite Racing Media. Alex, when the 5 passed you with 4 laps to go, where on the track were you beating him, and where was he beating you?
I thought I could do an okay job of taking his air through 2 and 3, but I was plowing tight through turn 1, and we were on 2 tires there. I was free most of the day, so we had tightened the car up and then put 2 tires on. And I just burned the front tires off of it, trying to stay in front of him. So, yeah, I mean, I was okay for a bit. Then the fronts fell off a lot. Grill screen folded in, so I don't know if that kind of played a hand in it as well. But as soon as he got beside me, I knew with clean air he was going to be able to drive away from us pretty big. So just did all I could to try to keep him behind us as long as I could.
Next, we'll go to Zach.
Zach Sterniola with Front Stretch. You've won basically all 3 of these races on late race situations, specifically here and Richmond, really capitalizing on clean air and late restarts. Is there anything that you feel like you're doing late in those moments, or that you're learning how to manage those situations that's gotten you these wins?
I wish there was something that I was like, yeah, I'm doing this, but I think it's all pretty situational. You know, we were really strong on that short run to end Richmond. Here, I just got a hell of a push from the 12 to be able to clear the 18. Hendrick horsepower doesn't hurt by any means, you know, and obviously got pretty lucky there with Kyle's misfortune. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like we've always been a team that ends the day better than we started the day. We've never been that like win stages type of team, but we've won our share of races here lately. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but glad it's working out lately.
Alex, Shane Nectar from WBGR Sports. I just asked you a crew trees, so I'm going to ask you. So how did you adjust to what Kyle's doing to try to hold him off, especially with him tapping you a little bit?
Yeah, so you know, the Cup cars are super aero dependent. You know, if you don't have a car in front of you, your car makes way more downforce than if you have a car right in front of you. So just tried to take as much air away from him as I possibly could. A lot of time looking in the mirror, seeing where he's running, and trying to run similar lines to him to take the air away. To keep him behind us, and it quite honestly worked quite a bit longer than I thought it was going to work, but obviously didn't work all the way to the end. Just kind of got lucky there that last lap.
Bob
Hawkers, Fox Sports. You were apologizing on the radio during that last lap. I'm curious, have you ever gone from that kind of disappointed, that down to that high in half a lap?
Yeah, it was like 100 feet. Like, I keyed up and I was like, I'm sorry, he's blowing a tire. Like, I don't really know what to think. This is the strangest win I've ever been a part of. Like, I thought I was running second, which was still going to be a good day for us with kind of how we struggled throughout the course of the day. But then he blows a tire when we win. Can't do a burnout because I got to race the car tomorrow. I typically stand on the roof of the car. Can't do that because I got to race the car tomorrow. I typically drink all the beers. Can't do that because I got to race a car tomorrow. I have to be way more responsible than I really want to be right now. So it's definitely been a unique win. But, yeah, I've never been in a situation like that. I was literally keyed up apologizing for burning the front tires off the thing and saw his crush panel fly out and him have a flat. So, yeah, I can't believe it.
Did you see whether he cut something? Could you tell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he ran something over or what the situation was. So I saw, you know, sparks, tire come apart, crush panel exit the race car because the tire came apart. Kind of normal flat tire situation.
We'll go to Dan next.
Dan Gelson, AP. Alex, what really, I mean, cars, talent, but what's been the key to this Hendrick run that you've had 3 drivers win all these races? And I guess what's it like, you know, around the shop, around the garage to be part of this kind of winning streak?
Yeah, the morale is obviously super high at Hendrick Motorsports, and it's really cool to see it that way. I think there's not one thing. It's each and every individual at Hendrick Motorsports, from top to bottom in every department. It's everybody at Chevrolet. Our engines are strong, bodies are great, chassis are great. Guys putting them together are doing a great job. Having Chad in a new role is really good, and Mr. H and Jeff and everybody are giving us all the tools that we need to put the parts and pieces together to go win races. So, it's not one thing. It's a culmination of everybody's hard work, and it's cool to be a part of it and be the guy that gets to drive them.
Next, we'll go to Jim.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com. You over the course of your career, you've had at times lamented your bad luck, the circumstances.
I don't know what to say about today.
But just in general, this season, how does it feel to be on the other side? You've probably seen other drivers when they say, man, you can do anything, he just falls into wins or whatever. But to have that feeling of coming out on the other side and enjoying it the opposite way, how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels pretty freaking good. I don't really know what to think. Richmond, when that caution came out, I was kind of bummed because I thought we were going to struggle on the short run like we had most of that day. And then we came away with a win from it. Here, I'm apologizing to my guys, and we come out with a win. So, I don't know. It's pretty interesting to be on the other side of it. I'll take it. I've had my fair share of bad luck over the course of my career, hence the whole bad luck Bowman thing. So, maybe that's all behind me, and it was just in preparation for this great luck that we have right now. But, I'll take it.
Go over here.
Keith Gruller from the Allentown Morning Call. Alex, you alluded to it out there being interviewed by NBC, how cool it was to see these fans back again. While your celebration has to be muted because of another race tomorrow, you certainly enjoyed that moment, and could you feel the excitement and the people really embracing this win, and how great it was to be back out there in front of all those people again?
Yeah, it's really neat. I think, Pennsylvania race fans in general are some of the best in the world, and whether it's sprint car racing or cup racing or whatever the situation is, PA fans are pretty dang awesome. So to see a packed grandstands, packed infield. I went for a run through the infield today, and aside from everybody yelling William Byron at me because they had us mixed up, it's pretty normal for Pocono. I don't know why Pocono people think I'm William, but I guess I'm a little insulted because I feel like I'm way better looking than him. But PA fans are pretty awesome, and it's cool to see a packed house.
We'll go to Dustin, then Chris, then back to Shane.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. A couple questions. Certainly, it's quite a duel here today, and you really, held Kyle off for a long time in a very determined drive. We certainly saw that out of Richmond at the end, a very determined drive out of you. Greg talked about confidence. I think it's fair to say, dealing with you at times, confidence is up and down. It can be. What does it mean to kind of have these type of performances at end of races, kind of in-game scenarios? What does it do for you? I know until the tire blew, it didn't work out, but what does it mean for you from that standpoint?
Yeah, that's plenty fair to say. It's pretty hard to be confident coming off of running 15th to 20th all day at Nashville, right? But, I think the guys have done a really good job of giving me really fast race cars all year. And really, when you look at how we're running as an organization, it's hard to not be confident going into the racetrack. These couple races that we've won on late race restarts and holding off some really fast race cars, it definitely gives me confidence. Getting the lead from a guy like Kyle Busch on a late restart is not easy to do, and definitely gives me confidence going forward.
And also, Greg was also asked about this, obviously the announcement about Jeff Gordon and the role this week. Certainly he's played an important role with the organization previously. But Greg noted that, Jeff spent some time with him this week and just kind of helped him out. Didn't know how much, you consulted with Jeff or in what ways Jeff has helped, or if it's even been any time recently, any conversations with him.
Yeah, we had, I don't remember if it was the beginning of last year, or I guess it was probably the probably there were some really impactful conversations from me midway through last year, kind of through our summer struggles a little bit, and then early in 19 as well. So Jeff is super helpful, and he gets it from an organizational side. He gets it from a race car driver side. So that's been really cool. I've I didn't get to, I don't think I talked to him at all this week aside from, I think he was at the meeting. Lots going on this week. I can't remember. But, I got to fly home from Raceway Park in Indianapolis, I guess 2 weeks ago with him now. And that was really cool to fly home with him and his parents and kind of share old open wheel racing stories. So it's been really cool to kind of build that relationship with Jeff. When I first started driving the 88 and kind of sharing it with him, I didn't really know Jeff, and that probably out of everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, just with him having to wear so many different hats and having so much going on, like that relationship probably took the longest to build. But it's really cool to get to lean on somebody with so much knowledge in so many different areas, and have his help and advice.
Go to Chris.
ChrisKnightExperience.com. Alex, obviously you ended up with victory today, but how do you feel about tomorrow? And what do you got to do if Larson's as fast as it was today to beat him again tomorrow?
We got to turn a little better at the end of the race. I think that was our biggest problem there, was just being a little tight off. But, starting 20th is going to be super difficult here. We'll have a good pit stall, so that'll be good. But, we know we're going to have a fast Ally Camaro. We know we're going to have good pit stops, good strategy. I think Greg's strategy was pretty on point today. So, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go try to beat that 5 car again.
Go back to Shane.
Alex, I got a question for you. So do you feel like going into tomorrow's race and then the confidence that you have right now, do you believe that, wear and tear and fatigue is going to play a huge factor into how successful you're going to try to beat it tomorrow?
Somewhat. I feel like these Cup cars have come a long way. If you try to do a doubleheader 20 years ago, nobody's stuff would have made it, right? But everybody seemed pretty successful with it. Last year, I put my guys in some terrible situations. I'm not sure there was a doubleheader that we didn't go to a backup last year. So happy that this is a little better situation for them. And there's not much damage on that thing to repair and start over with. So, I think in what we do, if it was 100 degrees here today, driver fatigue and pit crew fatigue might be a little different, but it was a nice day. Not too hot, a little bit of a shorter race. So I think everything will kind of be business as usual tomorrow.
We'll take one more. We'll go with Zach.
Did you feel like you learned enough about your car and traffic? Obviously, you're going to be starting 20th tomorrow with this invert. So, what kind of adjustments do you feel like you're going to need to make, if any, for traffic?
Yeah, we ran like 12th all day, so I feel like we were in traffic almost all day, and kind of took to the end for me to be able to kind of really drive the car how it is in clean air, and it's a huge difference in how the race car drives. So I've got a pretty good idea of what it's going to do in traffic. I experienced it all day, and it's only going to be tougher tomorrow.
We take it back one more. We'll go with Bob and wrap it there.
If you're in the same position tomorrow on that final restart, do you still pick the front row? And were you surprised that Larson maybe didn't pick the front row to get a push from you?
I was really surprised he didn't pick the front row. I was just surprised somebody didn't, right? We were 4th, so somebody could have restarted 2nd, and instead they restarted 4th and 6th. So I was pretty surprised that nobody took the bottom. But hell, I'll take it. Thanks to Blaney for the push. He pushed me all the way to the center of 1. Never tried to get out of line. Never tried to do anything, and ultimately got us out front. So big thank you to him. Much appreciated. But yeah, I was pretty surprised. Obviously, I would do it over the same way I did.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Congratulations, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.